going on, guys? It's Shantae C checking in with a brand new 10 things. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here back in the building. We got some celebrity guests for you guys tonight.
Dude, we're in a whole new building, but before we do all of that,
We're going to shout out our sponsor here, Lucky Coin. If you have a small business you want to grow, hit us up and we'll get you in touch.
Yes. So listen, y'all. We got somebody on the line with us tonight who is going to weigh in on all of this tea and a little bit of those things. He is a former rap artist with songs with BG, Cash Money, Cameron, Lil Jon, all of the major stars. You know him, you love him. He was the editor and the director of operations for Hip Hop Weekly and one of Nia's dear friends. It's
Party Hardy in the building.
woo, woo, woo. What's going on, friend?
Ladies, how y'all doing? It's a pleasure to be here. Let me just start off by saying that.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Definitely.
Glad to have you kick it with us tonight. And definitely don't hold back on us because the ladies we're gonna want to know.
They always want to know.
The tea.
I'm not holding nothing back. It's rough, rugged, and raw.
Look, all I can say is don't be afraid. Don't get scared. All right, so we're going to jump into a little bit of celebrity tea. Girl, what kind of tea you got for us tonight?
Well, listen. We got to talk about, we just got to talk about it. And I know everybody's tired of hearing about it. Kendrick.
Oh, my
Super Bowl.
God.
And you know, Tigger's been grading it A to F.
Oh, my God.
Half of y'all giving it a F. Half of y'all giving it a A plus. Everybody's grading it. It's all over.
Okay. What's your
The
grade?
internet is saying half and half.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I like the message, but I listen. I didn't want to see that shit for Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I'm feeling.
Listen, you already know she is a Lil Wayne fan, so she was not feeling it. It was in the NO, so you know, baby, she wasn't trying to hear that. But for me, I felt like he did a very good job. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar. I love seeing Serena do the crit walk. Yeah, that's my girl. So I thought that was totally lit. I feel like bringing Sam Jackson out to like break it down for the folks who are not melanated. I felt like that was wonderful. So I'm gonna give Kendrick an A plus.
Hardy, what you giving Kendrick? What you giving? I'm dying to know. You're an artist.
Before I give my grade, let me start by saying that that was the most watched halftime show in Super Bowl history.
Yes, so, it was. I did read that.
Accolades before anything, but for a rap halftime show, I give it a A. For just an overall halftime show, I give it a B. It was major. It was all hip hop. It was all rap, and I loved it. But you know, you can't top some of these the Michael Jacksons and the Bruno Mars,
the Usher and the
Beyonce. Bring me the Rihanna.
I mean,
yes. But you know, kudos, man. The most watched halftime show.
I mean, he wasn't scared. He got out there and did his thing, and Trump just happened to be in the building. So hey, it happened.
And he gave us what we wanted. They not like us. He performed it. We was a lot of skepticism, and we didn't know what was going to happen, and he gave it to us. So.
Listen, he said he ain't scared.
Yeah, and then moving on, Lord have mercy, 50, Rick Ross. BMF. It's all ugly. It's just gotten ugly. I mean, it's ugly.
I know. And I am going to be so sad if 50 Cent is so petty that he's going to cancel BMF. I just cannot.
You know that's my show.
That's my show,
and y'all
too.
know I love me some Lil Meech.
Okay, with his fine self. Hey, boo.
Little cutie. I mean, Rick Ross is saying... Yeah, I mean, how you feel about the beef? Because I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy. Like, I feel like Big Meech, I mean, Rick Ross, come on. You think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. 50 Cent have every right to do whatever he's going to do. And this is just classic 50 Cent being petty as hell. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all expected.
I think 50 Cent is a marketing genius. I
Oh, yeah.
think one thing he's going to have us all, we're going to be glued to the TV.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last season. And it may not be. Jay-Z had a last album twice. So, it happens, man. I think he knows how to promote his shows, and he uses anything in current events to promote what he has going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a build-up for something even bigger.
Right. So Rick Ross is saying that, don't worry about it. He's gonna do the real BMF movie, and now 50 rights to it. So the rights to the BMF story.
Right.
So, do you think
that's
Ricky
impossible?
Will be able to put that thing out?
I think that's impossible with 50 Cent owning the rights to movies and TVs and the life rights. So I think that Rick Ross will have an uphill battle with skates on trying to release anything BMF wise.
Yeah, right. He got money, but he ain't got long money like that just to be throwing it around just because he's fighting with 50. I mean,
but how you ladies feel about the Tammy thing with them saying that, Meech signs his rights over to an informant that was telling, and 50 Cent saying he's dropping the documentary to that. So, maybe that'll be the 5th season of BMF. Who knows?
Lord, yeah.
Wow. So I didn't hear about that one, but that's crazy.
You spill the tea on us.
Something. Don't quote me on that, but I believe Tammy White or something like that. She's in all the pictures. She's the one that signed off and did the deal with 50 Cent for the BMF project.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yes. Crazy. What other news we got in this week's stories?
Lord, there's a lot, but Hardy, you were mentioning
about Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans beefing.
That's crazy.
Oh my God! Tell us the story. What has happened between Marlon Wayans?
That's
Marlon Wayans.
That's such a weird ass beef. Such a weird ass beef.
And little boy Soulja Boy. What
is going on? That's Big Draco, man. For my knowledge, Marlon Wayans went online and discussed and had opinions about Soulja Boy performing for some type of Donald Trump event, and Soulja Boy in Soulja Boy fashion went on Instagram Live and made a rant. And first he denied that he ever performed. He said it was for a cryptocurrency event and not a Donald Trump event. But he had some choice words to say about Marlon Wayans. And about him wearing a dress and white girl.
Wow!
It got a little provocative and profanity was flowing everywhere. It was all over the place. So, but that's just an odd, a feud. Marlon Wayans, Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Them guys are not even in the same.
That's a very odd feud.
It's like grandpa arguing with nephew. What is going on? They need to stop.
They gotta stop.
Soulja Boy is the first artist to argue with Marlon Wayans.
Well, he breaking records over there.
All I gotta say is he better hope Marlon don't put him in no stand-up because he gonna roast his ass.
Lord have mercy. That's crazy.
That's a little one.
That is completely crazy. Well, before we go ahead into our topic of the night, I got to ask you, because this is close to home, and I brought this up a couple of weeks ago. Man, what's going on with Cam and Jim? Are they good now? I feel like they've been Listen, I've been around the camp. I've been around the camp for a long time, and I feel like they beefed out, they cool, they beefed out, they cool. What's up? Are they good?
Well, I don't like to get in grown folks' business, but I'm from Harlem. I'm from the same block as Cameron, 139th, same block as Big L. I know Jim Jones, I know Cam, I know Jewels, I know all them guys. It's unfortunate, I'm gonna say it's unfortunate. I hate to see. That's why the Locks are so strong. You never see them bickering, arguing in public. But they've been going at it for a long time. I believe even when the Locks versus, they wasn't cool then. They did it for the bag. So I don't want to really speak for Cam, but I know that's been going on. The funniest thing to me is that every time Cam gets mad at Jim, he takes his Harlem pass. He tells him he's from the Bronx. He's not from Harlem. So that's
My
hilarious.
God.
Every time Cam done took his pass about 2 or 3 times. But
Right. And they were asking about that a few weeks ago. We brought up the beef, but man, I hope they get back together. I thought we was all fam.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think I don't think they'll ever get back together. Just to be honest with you.
Hey, Cam and Mace, they rocking now. I never thought I'd see that day.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Too funny. Well, listen, we are going to jump into our topic tonight. So, ladies, it was brought to my attention by a dear friend of mine that at times women who have very high paying jobs or just are in positions of power at work, like a supervisor, a manager, a director, something like that, or they own their own business and they have their significant others, that at times we could get a little greasy, a little slippery with the lips and be talking down to our mates, our significant others, our husbands, and not really treat them like the kings that they are. So we wanted to talk to the ladies out there. We know we got a lot of professionals that jump onto this call, and we just wanted to see, like, is this something that we feel like we're doing? Is it a trend? Do we not know that it's happening? And how does that go now? I could just say from my own experience. So I've been married 17 years. Y'all know me. I keep it a buck with you. When I was very young in my relationship, my dad called me out and said, I don't like the way you talking to your man.
Okay.
He told me I need to get my lips together. He said, no more of this rolling your neck, popping your fingers every time you don't like something he says or does. You need to respect him, because if you don't, he's not going to respect you.
Whoa. Ooh. Damn, I never thought of it like that.
So he got my ass all the way together.
Daddy hit you with a 1-2. Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't want to throw it out there, but
you got to throw it out there, sis.
I'm throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out. When Shantae was bringing this topic to me, I told her, I said, I've kind of been watching different relationships, and I noticed that some women that I'm very, very close to, y'all gonna get me in a lot of shit, okay? Talk to their man crazy, and it make me step back. And I asked Shantae, I said, do you ever hear me talk to my man like that? Because I would never want to. But I kind of thought about it, and I was like, I wonder if I do and don't even know. Because I'm so used to being the boss at work, being aggressive, I wonder. And the reason Hardy is here, because he need to let us know, like, how a man feeling and what he thinking when we do get a little jazzy at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't want to throw my cousin out there, but she was like fussing at her man because he bought the wrong something for the house. And I'm thinking, but damn, he went out and tried. Like, why you cutting him down like that? But I could see me being that person and not even knowing it. So, damn.
So the question, Hardy, is burning on our minds is, how much is too much? Like, can we give you a little bit of, can we pop off a little bit and it's fine? Like, how much is too much? Like, when are we going too far? When are we going over the limit?
Well, this is how I see it, right? Why would you disrespect the one that protects you? The one that provides for you? Why would you disrespect him? Whether it's verbally, physically, emotionally, and that's vice versa. Why would you, disrespect the woman that's there for you and in your most vulnerable moments? But sometimes, from my experience, I've learned that it can happen. women that have a nice career, a decent bank account, and this whole I don't need a man for anything, and get a little lippy and a little mouthy, talk a little spicy. A little bit of spice is fine, but when it's becoming disrespectful, when you're doing it in public, when you're embarrassing him in front of his friends,
Yeah.
when the small, minute things are being blown out of proportion, and just imagine coming home from a long day, and you're mad that I brought the wrong sugar home. I brought sweet and low, and you wanted Domino.
Oh shit.
So I guess Nia needs to go check
Because
herself.
my coffee, I need 2 Splenda Sucre.
So I guess Nia need to check herself.
No, but it does make, if you see it and you don't know that you do it, it does make you, and it makes you, honestly, I'll be honest with you, and I'm a woman. It made me lose a little bit of respect for somebody else's man. Like, damn, how you let your fucking girl talk to you like that? Like, and jam on you like that? Like, what kind of man are you?
Yeah,
Like, you can put that shit in check.
That's definitely crazy. So we're going to get into a comment real quick. We got Robin from Wisconsin. She says, I think for some women that it's unintentionally being done, but for others, they may be doing it on purpose and just not caring.
Okay, Robin.
So, yeah, what you think about that?
I believe it is intentional. I believe some women, like you. One thing you said that your father pulled you to the side and said, "Hey, why are you talking to that man like that?" And unfortunately, in our communities, we don't have enough fathers present. I think it's a little bit better going forward now, but for our age group, a lot of our fathers wasn't present. Not for everyone. So you need a man in the home to show you how he was treated by his wife and your mother, so you can kind of get an example on, and your mother should be an example as well, on how to treat a man. So, but I believe things are intentional. You can make a mistake once, maybe twice, but sometimes it becomes a habit, and more men are abused than you think.
Oh shit, men are abused?
Oh my word.
Yeah. It happens, especially if a guy money is not right, especially if she's the breadwinner. It can happen.
Oh my gosh. So we got another comment here from Nola Girl. And she says boundaries should be set at the beginning of the relationship. If it's established up front, neither of us will tolerate verbal disrespect, then that should be honored. I agree with you, Nola Girl, but what I will say is that, I shouldn't have to tell you to respect me. That should just be automatic.
Right. And how you bring that conversation, how you bring that up? Like, for sure, I think, boundaries should be set, but I've never thought about that. I've never told somebody in the beginning of a relationship.
I don't like you talking to me.
Well,
don't talk to me.
You respect me. I guess you could say you respect me, I respect you. But that should be a no, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, you will hope it's a no, but one thing I would say for that is a lot of times the beginning of the relationship is peaches and cream,
Yeah.
And we don't keep the same traditions that we did in the beginning. And I have a saying, I want you to respect me rather than love me, because I slept with women that loved their man. I never slept with a woman that respected their man.
Whoa, that's deep.
So you're meaning cheating? Like the woman was cheating on her man and she was sleeping with you?
Did I bite off more than I can chew?
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Well, in my younger days, what I was trying to say is that a man needs respect more than love at times.
And that was what was mentioned last week, because we talked about why men cheat for less. But
cheat for less?
Right. Like if you got a successful woman and she doing her thing and all of this, why would you go cheat with a girl that has no career, no future, no this,
nothing.
no this?
I have another saying for that. You don't go for burgers when you have steak at home.
Dang, boom, my check, my drop.
That was the answer that she was looking for from our males last week. Last week they said they want a woman that's going to respect them. It's not always about them getting a bag. So
that's very true. And you know, there's other cuts of steak. You got filet mignon, you got Kobe, you got
there you go.
So you know, you ain't the only steak out there.
that is
We do
very,
have
very
another
true.
comment here.
So Nola Girl says some women are okay with a man talking to them disrespectfully. But for myself, I established up front yelling and cursing at me is a deal breaker. It is for me as well. I'm not going to put up with that. My parents did not holler at me when I was a child, so I do not expect to be treated like that in my adult life. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. But so Hardy, are you saying that women, because you said you've been with women that could be a little mouthy, be a little nasty, does that kind of push you away, or do you think it's a it does push you all the way away?
I will leave you. I will leave
Before
you.
a conversation could be had?
You know, you tell them once, twice, you let them know how you feel, but eventually, if it doesn't cease, then you know, I'm gonna give you your walking papers. But as a man, I don't move in with women. I don't. My mother taught me to never move in with a woman. So we can get a place together, or you can move into my place, but I'm not gonna move into yours. So a lot of times we as men we give away our masculinity at times by submitting because you know keep your independence. That's what I would say, and I think she'll respect you a little longer. And even if she makes more money than you, still pay the dinner, pay for dinner. You know, it's embarrassing when a woman has to give you her debit card to pay for the dinner. I don't think she's gonna.
And then if she got okay, let me get this straight. So say there's a woman that a good woman.
Mm-hmm. and such as herself.
and she's pretty successful, and she just like to make sure her man is good or whatever. And she does the world for you, but sometimes a little mouth could come with it. Is that cutting down a man?
If it's in the middle of football and I got my friends here, I just like I said, you know, there's a line that needs to be drawn. We should never cross certain lines. You know, so like I said, a little spice, you know, a little spice is fine. It's cool. It may make for better sex that evening. You know, you get to talk dirty to her. I don't like the way you was talking to me. And you know, but you know, if it's a continuous thing, and I think especially in public or when it gets physical, when police are being called, when you know, you got some men that women may cry sometimes, you know, that they're really hurt. And he can't leave because it's cold outside and he has nowhere to go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But the person takes advantage of that. It's no different than a woman dating an athlete or someone that's financially stable or successful. And, you know, they feel like, hey, I could treat this woman like anything because I make X amount of dollars, and where she's going to find another 7-figure man, you know? So it happens. It's not good on either end.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
I feel you. Yeah, and like I was saying, like, you know, just being on the outside, you know, not being there with my man, you know, I'm the third wheel or whatever, and I'd be like, damn, why she talk to a man like that? And it made me check myself, like, do I talk to my man like that? Because I could see me getting a little snappy if you brought my coffee home wrong, and that's so petty, but it's so me, right?
I mean, it does happen.
But not even intentionally.
But sometimes I think, though, you know, if it's brought to the woman's attention, that she definitely needs to take heed and make sure that she's kind of checking her tone. Nobody wants to be treated like a child.
Right.
You know, we're all adults here. So, you know.
And healed. People need to heal. Sometimes people still have trauma from whatever they went through in life, and they say don't bleed on the people that didn't cut you. So sometimes, you know, there's just issues in life that you may need to go to therapy or speak to someone about. You know, speak to someone about how you're feeling, so you know how to channel that aggression. You know.
Right.
So, and will an apology work? So if I get a little bit too jazzy one too many times, will you accept an apology?
It depends, man. It depends. It depends what you did. To be honest with you, it depends. Sometimes apology doesn't work. God
That ain't gonna
knows.
get it.
God
And
forbid.
sometimes, would you say sometimes that could make a man go outside the relationship? Because at home, he's got a bitch, basically. A bitch that bitch about everything.
Look, a man that's gonna go out the relationship is gonna go out the relationship regardless.
Okay.
If he's looking for an excuse to leave the relationship, it's easy to find one. So it just depends how serious you are about your relationship. But us as men, we are looking for that hey, you did this to me, let me go, because this girl over here is not gonna talk to me like that. But we also learn that the grass is never greener on the other side as well.
Mm.
You give her a little bit of time and she'll be talking to you like that again. Or
Yeah.
two. So
Crazy. Yeah.
So y'all, this has been a fabulous spirited
Ooh.
conversation tonight.
And Hardy gave us the real. And I like you ain't hold back. You ain't hold back.
Yeah, for
You gave
sure.
us some real street shit.
Absolutely. We're gonna jump into our 5-minute tip for the day. And I got one. It's a financial tip, actually.
All right. Hit us with it.
So as we come into this new year, you take a look back at all of the old things that you've done in the past, right? The past year, and you just want to see, okay, what did I do financially that was positive? What did I do financially that was negative? And take those things, write them down, get your list, your positives and your negatives, and kind of see where you're at with yourself. Because if you want to progress, if you have a financial goal in mind that you set for yourself, the best way to be able to achieve it is to see what you've done in the past so you can either adjust what you're doing or what you've been doing, and then you can make a plan to move forward. Some of the things that I like to do, if I have debt, I like to consolidate that debt at the beginning of the year so that it doesn't continue to accrue any type of interest. You'll have one set interest rate and one set time to pay it off. So maybe you consolidate and the loan is like a 3-year fixed loan at 6 or 7%, and you might be able to pay that off sooner. So that's one thing that I like to do. Sometimes you will have 0% interest credit cards that you might take your debt and roll it into another 0% interest card so that you can pay it off in that. Typically it's either a 12-month or 18-month 0% interest for, any of these
Okay.
major cards. You can, if you've got good credit, you're pretty much going to get a high limit. So those are some of the things that I tell people, as you begin to look at your financial status. Hey guys, we're not getting any younger. We want to make sure that when it's time for us to stop working, we can do that. You can't do that if you got a ton of debt. So you got to make sure that you keep that debt under control. And that's a great way to do it.
All right. I like it. I like it.
I took your advice already.
All right. We want to thank you, Hardy, for taking time to be with us tonight.
Yes.
Keep it real to the ladies. They still sending in comments.
Thanks. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all having me on.
You gotta come back on with us some more.
Yeah. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. But ladies, respect. Men, respect. Love, man. Let's all lead with love going forward, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just have a burning topic that you want us to talk about on the show, you can hit us up at TNThangz, THANGZ @gmail.com. And we would love to put your topic on. This will be a replay. And guys, we're going to be on Spotify soon. So I cannot wait to share that RSS link with you all. And keep it real. We love y'all. See you next week.
See you next Wednesday.